California versus Texas. What is the truth and should you move? Maybe you are feeling fed up with the prices in California, or maybe you're ready to downsize after living in California for so many years. Or maybe you're just tired of paying high income state taxes. Yes, Texas does not have state income tax. If you have thought about moving to Texas from California, I think we all know you are not alone. In today's video, I'm going to give you the benefits of moving from California to Texas and some of the not so great things to think about. Hi, I'm Tristan Campanella and thank you for watching. My channel, we talk about all things California, San Diego, and especially focused on real estate and living in San Diego. I make these videos so that you feel informed to make the best decision for you. And if you like them, please remember to subscribe as it helps the channel, and like and share with anybody who might need this help. I love to talk to people, which is why I post my contact information below. So feel free to reach out, call, text, or email me anytime. Okay, Texas is the Lone Star State. You may not know this, but I spent most of my childhood growing up in Texas. Yes, Dallas, Texas. So I have some firsthand knowledge of what it's like to live in Texas versus living in California. I've also lived in the Bay Area as well as San Diego County, so I'm very familiar with all of California. So let's get into it. Texas is one of the fastest growing states, if not the fastest growing state. This is mainly due to a lower cost of living and a huge uptick in employment. And this can give people a higher quality of life, to be frank. Texas is flat, which also allows for higher ability to build more homes, which is continuing to keep things affordable. Some of the big benefits of living in Texas versus California is there's no state income tax, both personal and corporate income taxes. They're both absent in Texas, so more employers are moving there and then more people are moving there. This is a great benefit for people who would leave a huge part of your income in your own pockets instead of giving it to the state. People who have businesses are moving from California to Texas or to develop those in the new state also save a ton of money. Another benefit, and something I love, is the friendly people. You can see the migration through many states and all around the USA. Texas remains one of the few states where the local population does not wish to go anywhere. It happens because people are so satisfied with their way of living, and it makes them open, friendly, and super easy to talk to. In fact, you can pretty much have a conversation with anybody, anywhere, and they'll greet you with a great big smile. The number one reason why people think about moving to Texas is the lower cost of living. Guys, the cost of living in Texas is significantly lower. California is 31% more expensive than Texas, so a large section of the population won't even be able to save any money here in California. Residents here in California have to pay an extra 28% more for groceries, 33% more for transportation, 47% more for childcare, and 14% more for clothing. And here's the big kicker, right? The housing cost in California is 45% higher. The monthly rent, health insurance, and everything else costs more in California, except for transportation. When you're living in Texas, a family with kids may save over 60%, and this can be huge to many families. So housing is cheaper in all of Texas except for Austin, okay? Austin is catching up with us, so be careful about that. Renters can live large in Texas, like multi-bedroom units with pools and tennis courts in the heart of Dallas, where I grew up, where the average rent is about $1,100 a month. Apartment complexes in Dallas aren't stacked on top of each other in high density all the time. Sometimes they're getting there now. And they're not as outdated. It's a lot easier to find contemporary buildings with plenty of quiet space in modern, updated units. If you want to buy your home in Texas, your average purchase price for a house is about $275,000 in Dallas, according to Zillow, and about $231,000 in Houston, according to Zillow. But in Austin, it's $596,000, so you will not be saving very much money there. While living in Texas may sound appealing, cost of living, there are a few things I think you should know about moving there. Number one, It's a very conservative state politically. I do not get political on this channel, so I'm not going to deep dive into that, but I do think it's important that you live someplace that you feel in alignment with the views and the politics going on around you. If you are more liberal progressive, you may disagree with many of the state's government policies and their politicians. Okay, number 2, the weather. California just simply has the best weather, guys, period. This is the number one reason why people want to live here, and they're willing to pay that sunshine tax. People move here because they're tired of dealing with crazy weather. When I grew up in Texas, we had tornado drills at school. And now it seems that the weather has gotten even more intense and less predictable. Everything we're seeing there, from freezes that blew pipes in houses and destroyed things, to hurricanes, and of course, let's not forget the tornadoes. Oh wait, the flash floods too. There's insane humidity in the summer and tons of thunderstorms and lightning. Another reason why I don't live there anymore is bugs. There are some big Texas-sized bugs there, and there are a lot of them. Because it never fully freezes in the state and the climate is so warm there, most of the time, there are a lot of bugs in Texas. Everything from scorpions to cockroaches to creepy crawlies, locusts, things flying around. They thrive in the Lone Star State. And the worst part is they come in swarms. Chiggers, if you've never experienced these things, I grew up with them. The spider-like mites, they live in grassy areas and they create itchy bites. They crawl actually into your skin, and you have to put a little nail polish on them to suffocate them. So the bugs are a problem. And then property taxes are high. So even though we don't have any state taxes, there's a ton of property taxes. The property taxes is high. So you need to really look at which area you're gonna be living in, and it may not be as much of a savings. Finally, I'm a huge outdoor person, and there's not a ton of things to do outside unless you're in Austin. In Texas, Texas is flat, it's hot, there's no hills for hiking, the weather can be really tough to enjoy activities, there are mosquitoes. So if you're an avid outdoors person, this is a huge thing to consider. And the only two things that are more expensive in Texas is medical bills and transportation. Texas is sprawling, it's hugely spread out. You cannot not have a car, you have to have a car. If you're gonna save a lot in housing, this may not be a big deal. So why do I live in California, or why do people move to San Diego and California? Well, number one, it's the outdoors and the weather. These are my two main reasons, and most people's. Personally, I will pay more to live in a place I can enjoy outdoors year-round and get to so many free things to do and cool adventures and different places just by driving. I also enjoy a more progressive vibe, tons of amazing places to eat, and very good schools. San Diego is pretty hard for me to leave. With every type of food, every type of ecosystem, and every type of entertainment imaginable, California is the state that seems to do it all. So if you are thinking about moving to Texas and you need to sell your home, or you're thinking about coming to California and you need to buy a home, my contact information is below, and I'd love to talk to you. I'm also going to put some helpful links, some moving calculations, and different links for you to help you educate yourself.